Hi, this week I will demonstrate some water-related properties of soil. I'll be focusing on infiltration rate, on percolation rate, and if you just subtract those two you have something about water holding capacity. And finally I'll also be working on capillary rise. For determined soil texture you normally can use sieves, and then you can actually relate to the different fractions of clay, sand and silt in the soil. However, there's also another very simple experiment you can use with using water and different sands and clay and something in between. And here I'll be using sand, which has been actually used from a place soil from a kindergarten. I'll pour in a little bit of water on this sandy soil and start to make it something which looks like a dough. And while trying to work my way through it, you actually see that the parts are not really sticking very well. I put here a lamp for one thing. Now I move over to the clay soil. If I do the same, mixing in with water, you actually notice it immediately starts to stick to my fingers. If you compare these different properties, you'll see that while touching it, this one falls apart and this one sticks together. And if there are more clay particles in this soil, you can actually roll it out a little bit, and the more you can do it, the heavier the clay. We say when the clay is heavy, it contains more clay particles. For you, the question for this soil, if I add some water to it, this is the result. If I touch it, how do you feel? Is this a soil which contains more sand or more clay? The answer to this question that this is a soil type with a relatively higher sand content because it falls apart.